Okay, and then this is day 3 for September, chest and back. So we're gonna go back to the isometric holds. Lower body day, there wasn't a lot of option to do isometric holds, but for chest and back, we are going to, just like we did for arms and shoulders. So we're gonna start with 3 moves for our back. The circuit for back and chest, movement number 1 is an iso alternating. Movement 2, one arm is an iso hold while the other arm works, and then they switch, the other arm holds while the other arm works, and then exercise number 3, there is no iso movement pattern. So number 1 for our back is an iso alternating supinated grip lat pull down. So they are going to grab the upper handles. I'm gonna face you, they'll face the other way. Here, they're gonna start here in iso with their palms facing them and alternate pulling down, sending those elbows down and back. If they need to, they absolutely can go into tall kneeling position. So that one's for 30 seconds. Then exercise number 2, they're gonna sit down on the floor. They're gonna use L2 and R2 and they're gonna row. So that you can see me. This is the iso one arm, so they're going to pull both arms back and they're gonna row one arm. Knuckle up to thumb up rotation. They're gonna rest, pull back, and then the other arm's gonna row for 30 seconds. So that's movement number 2. And then movement number 3 is a TRX W high pull. So we've done this before. They're gonna grab their straps, pull into a W, send their knuckles behind them, and really, really squeeze all of their back muscles. They'll feel it in their traps, their upper back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. So 3 rounds of that, and that's their back. Chest. 3 exercises. Again, number 1 is iso alternating. So they are going to come out into bilateral stance, go into iso, and alternate their chest fly. Because it's bilateral, they really have to engage their core. 30 seconds. Exercise number 2, they will go also bilateral. One arm's in iso while the other arm presses. They'll rest, go back into iso, knuckles up, and then the other arm presses for 30 seconds. And then exercise number 3 is that TRX chest press. Drop that chest, exhale as they press up. 3 times through that circuit for chest. Then we are going to go into our lower body circuit. So we're gonna take the handles off. And we're actually gonna put the straight bar on. Now this first move has a really small range of motion. It's going to be more range of motion for taller people, but they can do a full range. They can act more of a pulse. But it is a low straight bar split squat. So they're going to grab the bar right in the middle. It's going to use some of their core muscles. The inside leg is the leg that goes back. Straight arms. As you can see, because I'm shorter, it's more of a pulse. The work is still really good. 30 seconds. Switch sides. And squat for 30 seconds here. Exercise number 2 is that tall kneeling band hip thrust. You know this one, the band's not set up. It's where they wrap the band around their hips, drop down to both knees, hinge, and snap. Exercise number 3 is a lateral squat pulse. So we haven't done this one before. It works really well. Go into a wide stance. They're gonna get into a lateral squat and really drive off this leg, feel a lot of work on that inner adductor, but they wanna hold it low, watch knee placement, and make sure that they're not pressing too far out. So they really want to feel quad activation, okay? 30 seconds each leg for that one. And number 4 is our S-drive, one leg hip extension. So we've done this one before, but it was a while back. This one's only 20 seconds each leg, I think. This one's only 20 seconds, so they're gonna stand on one side of the S drive, start with their heel, pull the belt back, and do a little kickback at the very end. Pull with their heel, rotate, press with their toe, and kick back. So they're gonna do 20 seconds each side for that one. So you have those 4 moves 2 times through as their lower body circuit. Then we have 3 moves for taking it back to our back. We need the TRX straps up pretty high. 3 moves here. The first one is gonna be a row with the straight bar down nice and low. We're gonna go wide grip, step back, hinge, tall flat back, and they're pulling from low to high. Just like that, so the movement pattern, just like that. Then we have Superman swimmers. So for this one, we're gonna get down into our Superman. They can have thumbs up or hands up. Lift their chest, squeeze their glutes, and they're just going to swim for 30 seconds. Point their toes, just like that. And then exercise number 3 is a TRX pull-up. So of course they can use their lower body. They can be sitting, they don't have to have their butt touching. Pull straight up and back down. Pull up, they can go isometric on the way down, I swung away. Or if you have somebody that can actually do pull-ups, offer them to use the pull-up bar and get some real pull-ups in. If they can't do pull-ups for 3 rounds, that's okay, go back to the TRX. If somebody can't do the pull-ups, they can go into a tabletop row, or they can just go into a normal TRX row. So those are the 3 moves for your back. 3 rounds, and then we are going back into our chest. So we are done with the straight bar. And we're gonna put the black handles back on. And the handles go all the way to the top. So this one starts, I just looked at it and I forget. Oh yeah, alternating staggered hands push-ups. So we've done staggered hand push-ups a lot, but this month we are going to alternate them. So one hand starts back, you're gonna push up, then you're gonna alternate. During those 30 seconds, every push-up, you're gonna alternate the hand that goes forward and backwards. Exercise number 2 is a high to low cable chest fly, bilateral, good hinge. Make sure that they're going high, pulling low down in front of their chest. Now, I have bilateral stance this month for all of the flies and the chest presses. If somebody's more comfortable split stance, that's okay. I would prefer bilateral, but if they feel stronger and like split stance more, that's fine. And then exercise number 3, we're gonna do this one again for the 2nd month in a row. I'll show it because I don't think Matt did it. You're gonna grab this rubber resistance band and it's gonna go behind the shoulder blades. That placement's important. And we don't want our elbows through the band, okay? We're gonna lie down on our back, bend your knees, arms straight, and you're gonna fly, pulling your palms together. So those are our 3 exercises for chest, 3 times, and then we're gonna move on to core. So we have an elbow plank. We have 5 moves again. We have an elbow plank with a rotation. So I have the half plate in case somebody wants to use it. They're gonna start with their arms parallel because we're gonna rotate, and they're gonna rotate up and around. Right side only for 30 seconds. If they wanna hold that half plate, they can hold that half plate. Then they're gonna drop down, get into that hollow hold, and they're gonna do lateral scissors. Make it easier, drop back on their elbows, and take their hands higher. Then they're gonna do that elbow plank rotation on the other side and rotate to the left for exercise number 3. Number 4 is new, it's a little bit funny, but I was doing it and it really, really works. It's gonna be a crab toe touch. So they're gonna start, I will go to the side view. They're gonna start down like this. They're gonna kind of lift their hips and touch that toe. Okay, try not to have them rotate too much. Just really feel their obliques working to lift the toes. Balance on 2 points. That one's 30 seconds. And then the fifth exercise is 45, and it's back to that bear crawl. Hold, tap, or alternate lifting the hand or the foot, opposite hand and foot. And that's it.